Hey friends, hey meisters, welcome back to more Danganronpa v3. No Ryoma Harmony. I'm still sad that he's gone. At least we had one final night together using the power of chapter select and the love sweet key. Oh, but now I have to face the truth. Face a world where Ryoma is no longer here. We have to delve in despair once again. Anyhow, in all seriousness though, meisters, in the investigation episode, we did put together a theory lightly, and we did look at a lot of prevalent information, and there was a lot of things that really bothered me about that kind of made me came to the conclusion that I did. The first thing that bothered me was the fact that Monokuma didn't give us a time of death, and the only reason he would withhold that is if it pointed out who the killer was. So what that does is it leads me to believe that the killing itself took place between 10 PM and 8 AM the following morning. Now, meisters, there's evidence that supports that, and I believe it's the items left in the pool, the inner tube which I theorized was used on the zip line, and that piece of cloth I believe which was from the killer. They wouldn't have left that in there if they could get it out, and if it was after 10 PM, that would make sense. They wouldn't have had access to the pool, and it has ridiculously low water levels. So I feel that kind of supports it. Now, the question is, who tied that rope? Who was able to go in the gymnasium and do that? And there was really only one answer. There was one person that had unfettered access to the gym while they were creating the curtains and hanging them. It wouldn't really be suspicious if they went back in there a little later at night. They would probably just be assumed that they were going in there to touch up the curtains or do some final changes. From there, they would have hung a rope, slid it over the gym, and left prior to the gym closing. However, I still believe the killing itself took place between 10 PM and 8 AM. So after 10 PM, the person we're incriminating, Kurumi, doesn't have an alibi. There was a few other people, but I think I have some stuff that kind of will back that up. Other than Maki. Maki was suspicious and I couldn't see a way of unincriminating her. Regardless, oh meisters, those are just my theories. My game theories. I could go over a lot more details, but I won't. We're getting kind of long into the video now. So I think we need to look at our skills before we start. We did get one amazing skill from Ryoma that I really want to use. The tension gauge will increase at a faster rate, effective during argument armament. Oh, I love that. That's actually kind of cool. Cool and composed. I'm trying to find it here because I know we have the one from Ryoma. I just don't see it. I'm guessing we have to buy it then by the look of it. That lets me penetrate white noise. Oh, there it is. Killer Smash. Ryoma, you'll help us even in death. My friend, you won't let us go down. But here, we might as well just grab Attentive Influence. Like, it's not a bad skill. And it'll give us, a little bit more HP to work with, so we don't have to worry about that. These, I remember, being Mondo skills in the first game. These might screw me up more than anything, so let's just grab this. We'll go ahead and equip it along with the Mind's Eye. Yeah, that's basically all we can afford. We'll throw on Attentive Influence, too, because I have so many levels just from walking around and wandering around in this game. Anyways, meisters, I think we're pretty much set. I'm just going to make sure I have my liquids ready, and we'll start the class trial for more thrills, kills, and jills! Alright, meisters, the liquids like water and coffee have been obtained, because you need caffeine for these things, as I always say. And like I said, it's time for some thrills, kills, and chills! Class trials in session!
Ahem! Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
La-di-da-da, yes, we need one every time, Monokuma.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy.
Basically, you're all dead!
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone.
Or half of your head!
Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
Now then, let's get this crazy, awesome, noisy, bizarre trial underway! I'm so mad they didn't make that a reference.
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
You tell, Kokichi.
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
Yes, the power of friendship.
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today!
She knows what Kokichi's trying to accuse Himiko of. She just can't have it.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
I'm fine with her talking over you.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you. Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious.
Oh, not! Why'd you do that, Anji? I thought she was part of your followership.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
I think he's downright wrong.
You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
I got a lightning rod, I'll be okay.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
I feel so bad. We're gonna have to dash that hope because we know it wasn't magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession. Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma.
I think that is horribly wrong.
But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone. I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I expected, the others suspect Himiko. No surprise there, but I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me. Yes, Shuichi, show them your truth. Like, I refuse to believe that was Himiko. Like I said, that'd just be way too obvious.
Atua has blessed
The
me with
Monokuma file. Oh, there we go.
the
That's one thing I was
culprit
thinking about.
used the underwater escape trick.
We could tell them about the trick, too.
Switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
That is horribly wrong.
To bone by piranhas. Savage way to go.
It would be if he were alive.
The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
It's
Heard you the
magic!
first time, Titless. No one cares.
Whoa! Don't you dare, Ruma. Ryoma's body was eaten by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That is a fact, but that doesn't mean it was the cause of death, and it wasn't. I really do remember the Monokuma file pointing out that it was, I think, drowning? He had drowned was his cause of death, so that doesn't make any
Atua has
sense.
blessed me with
We need to
the
argue with Kokichi, I think, here, because he wasn't eaten alive. He was eaten dead.
To pull off a sneaky switcheroo
Horrible
with
way to
Ryoma.
look at it, but that's what happened.
The time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring
Yeah,
out.
they did come pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
He was not eaten alive. Come on, V! Give me the V! Oh, yes.
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Exactly.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
So what? Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they'd changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
Agreed, and not only that, there is, I think, Gwonta's testimony. When he looked in there, there was no one there.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously... Well, we talked about this. I believe it was before the show started, but after 10 p.m.
That's it!
It gives us a few culprits.
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started.
Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead. Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait, Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
'Cause it's magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Shut up.
Gwonta, why so gullible?
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
Man, we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
I love Tsumugi, but it looks like we're gonna have to figure out how this trick works from what everyone's saying.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. 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 Magic.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
True. Anyways, all that ridiculous aside, we need to first need to determine how Himiko's performed the trick. We have a good idea, actually. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. But we already looked at what the water tank trick was, and it actually gave us the truth bullets last time. Is it going to be here again? It is perfect.
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
No.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
I agree with that. Oh,
It
no,
must
I
be
missed it.
real magic!
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Bullshit.
Maybe there were two Himikos,
Yeah, I doubt that one.
and one of them was Tsumugi in disguise.
We already talked about how she can't do that.
Costumes aren't disguises.
The cosplay. But Meisters, even if I know what it is the first time through, I'm still going to listen to the whole argument, 'cause I just love hearing what these characters have to say, be it ridiculous or not. Anyways, that's right, there was a similar water tank in Himiko's lab. I remember my investigation, there was some trick to the tank.
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
We have an idea here.
Climbed out and no one noticed.
I think is we need to agree with the secret
she
hatch.
definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
Secret tank trick.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What
It
about
is.
that square pane of glass in the tank?
The tank had a secret hatch.
I believe it did. And we got the V.
I agree.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Which was also hidden by the stairs, if I remember correctly, in the actual gym.
Mind over strength!
Mind over strength? Well, we got you beat then, Himiko. Or not Himiko, Tenko.
Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
Oh, well, this degenerate's gonna thrash your mind then.
I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
No thank you. The little showdown. I love these. Especially with the slicing. We're gonna find a wet staircase, crown piranhas.
The tank being open.
Oh gosh, I almost forgot how to play.
Anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch.
It was magic.
No, she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
No you're not.
Wait a second. Before you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere. That wouldn't be magical at all.
Well, I guess it wouldn't, but it is a trick. Ah.
With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you!
No, you're not. Oh gosh. I think she punched us. Ow. It's true that if she opened the tank, water would come rushing out. But that's exactly why there was a second step to the trick. If I figure out why the hatch was in that exact spot, I'll know the answer. I think it's the wet staircase.
The water would have gushed out with her!
You're 100% right. Ah, yes, V-cut.
I'll cut through your words. There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch.
My thinking's right then.
Meaning, the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase? His body was in stairs?
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
It would.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
I can't help but smile at that.
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
I feel so bad for breaking her delusions of magic still.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Behold the magnificent underwater escape. That's true. That's a simple fix.
Those were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
No magic had nothing to do with it. With why her clothes weren't wet. No magic... Yeah, no. I believe so too. She simply changed her uniform. That's the simple conclusion.
It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
And I think she probably just put her old wet clothes back into the stairs.
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel, too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
What? Are you cray-cray?
Huh? Like a duck?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win.
Oh, I still feel bad about this. We need to uncover it.
It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
Not from the diagram. I thought it might have been a little bigger inside.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way, she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
True, but it'd probably take more time than she had.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees. Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
What?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything.
Oh, such beautiful friendship.
I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die. So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
I understand that feel. And let's prove that feel right. I have ideas on how I can.
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
I'm pretty sure this has something to do with it.
Himiko was escaping the tank. She dragged out the body hidden in the stairs. And simply switched places with it.
Still think that's unlikely.
You saw that happen?
No
I
one
skipped
could
by
have seen
accident.
that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
I didn't do it, I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit lying, you donkey-lipped con artist!
What?
She's not lying!
Donkey-lipped con artist?
She's
That's
not a con artist,
mean.
and she doesn't have donkey lips!
Right? I agree. It is possible that Himiko and Ryoma switch places in the water, but I feel like I'm forgetting an important point.
The only one who
Pretty
could
sure
have
this is
switched
it.
out
Go into the
Ryoma's
count we
body
need.
Is Himiko?
What I saw was no one saw anything.
Dragged out the body hidden in the stairs.
Huh? Go inside the stairs. What do you mean, Kyo? What do you mean?
Simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show. The tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw.
Yep, going to the count proves that as well.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta.
Who saw nothing.
Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
Well, it's a very fantastic clue. It basically clears Himiko of the suspicions we have.
No, that's actually a great clue. Because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull them out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point, for the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then, Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs? Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Relax, Mew. Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. I have a really good idea of that already. It's part of my initial theory here. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase, but where? This is actually something interesting that I wasn't really thinking about until now. And that would be if the body itself was put inside the piranha tank, how did it not get eaten prior?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for
For
Himiko.
glass pane.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
Swing and a
There
miss.
was a way to enter
Swing
the
and a
tank
miss.
from there.
Roll and you miss.
Then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Mokamira isn't.
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
Exactly, that was my initial
Body
thought.
and piranhas were separated. Then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
Yo, you might be onto something. That could actually be where this glass pane comes into play. I do remember somebody said that they were looking more squished the following morning, as if something else was put in there. And I did point out as well that it looked like we saw a separate shape falling down in that water in that scene of Gonta as well. That would make sense. If they jammed this between the piranhas and the body, then it wouldn't have been eaten, which would make a lot more sense. Anyways, why was he not eaten by the piranhas, even though he was in the same tank? There is one piece of evidence at the crime scene that might explain it.
Where were you hiding
That's
Ryoma's
true.
body?
Alright, well, I think we need to agree with Kyo here, so let's fast forward to that.
Behind?
Swing and a miss.
There was a way to...
Swing and you miss. Impossible. Possible.
Maybe the
Kurumi.
body was in the tank all along, but we just...
You'd need top-notch...
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way!
If you put a body in there,
The piranhas would have eaten it before we saw it.
If the body...
Come on, give me the counter.
I agree.
The consent. Or Kyo. Just don't bonge me this time, please, Kyo.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
You beautiful man. You're beautiful man. You saw what I did. Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... whoop! The bottom of the suspended tank swung open and the murky water and shadowy shape inside, or shapes, fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in. Huh? What was I?
Oh, now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
It's not impossible.
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
A certain something?
The picture quite clearly showed it, if you ask me.
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Exactly.
Yeah? How could you hide a body like that?
Really? We have to spell it out for you? Anyways, how is the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank? Where is it? I believe it was crammed piranhas? Yep, that's it.
This is it! It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranhas?
Yeah, it was the only other thing in the tank.
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
I noticed it right as the show started, I did. I feel like there was more piranhas today than yesterday when we were prepping.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
Oh no, you just decreased the space they can swim in, and then it looks like it did.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful. Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
Kudos.
With this much evidence, it seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Finally, we can agree on this.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
What? Gods don't apologize.
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
What a petty-ass god!
Right.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart!
Indeed. Yeah. A killing game in my lazy life?
That's what Atua said anyway.
Oh gosh, don't bring that thing up.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed!
Damn it!
But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Exactly, you have a lot of information now to go off of.
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of tard school or something?
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Huh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
What? Whoa! I didn't expect that out of Oma.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up this scene. Before the show this morning. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh wait, what am I saying? No. I am 100% wrong. I had a dirt moment. We just talked about this. Because they would have had to set this scene up in the tank prior to the actual gym closing, because they wouldn't have been able to get back in there. And then they used the window to access and put the body in their tricked tank, I guess. Oh, durr.
Oh no!
Everyone's staring at me. I screwed up. They think I'm a fraud. Oh, durr. Yesterday before nighttime.
That's it.
That is what I meant to say.
It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
Wait, how do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Ah. Kokichi, stop.
The bitchlet!
Oh, she likes that, apparently.
First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
What?
No, she means the alarm!
Stupid.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
Gosh, she likes being talked down to.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday?
Yes,
Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
exactly. That's the hypothesis.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. True, true. Where is it here? I know we had something. Kokichi's account? No, I'm pretty sure it was this right here. Ryoma was, the last person who saw Ryoma was Gonta, and Gonta also saw Miu as well, I believe.
This is it!
Who then flashed him and ran away.
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Hirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so
You mean abducting?
Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began,
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes?
That's a little strange. I thought it would have taken place at night itself.
Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
True enough.
If I recall correctly,
The only people that weren't there besides Ryoma.
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, you, and also Maki.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time. But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
That's my guess.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
You're right, beautiful man. We need to hear all the information before we make a final decision.
Fuck that noise!
That white noise?
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
True.
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
What? You're obviously lying now.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
Are they referencing the first game? Damn it, don't make me cry.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
That's amazing. How dare you? Don't diss the goatee.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
Oh gosh.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm
No
not the
way I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Oh, it's another mass confuckle debate. Get ready. Oh no, the mass panic debate is gonna start. That's what you're thinking, right? Well, you're exactly correct, buddy. Let me give you another tutorial first. Okay, Announcer Chan, what do you got new for us? The mass panic debate. This time around, we'll have a loud voice dialogue. Oh gosh. That's what that meant. That makes sense. I'm not sure exactly what it meant by that. The skill, at least, that helps with that. It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right? Luckily, it's just like the white noise. Shut them up with the button or the X button silencer. After that, all the arguments will be audible again. When you just shoot the truth bullets at the weak spot, you know the drill. Anyways, thank you muchly for your understanding. Okay, now Chen, well, this is gonna make things a little more difficult. Now for truth bullets, full rules, Maki alone, witness Ryoma and Kokichi's account.
Away from Gonta!
What is your alibi?
Tried hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Kaito, that's a thing to admit.
What's Maki's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was
Are
in my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the gym?
No, in my own room.
Shut up! Kaito, I love you, but don't be so loud. I need to sort out everyone's statements, just like Kaede did. I need to calm down and focus on one at a time. Okay, I have a good idea of what I need to do here. Something I was a little suspicious. We need Kokichi's account here, and it's Kurumi. She was playing hide and seek with him, if I remember correctly. And Kaito's gonna interrupt us again.
What's Maki's alibi?
Before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you didn't?
Do it. Oh, Kaito, you butthead. Come on! Kaito! I need to sort out everyone's statements just like Kaede did. I should have waited. Kaito, you bastard.
What is your alibi?
Tried hiding in the class.
I'm so salty, Kaito. You're not Bass Boy anymore. Get out of here.
Time I got tired.
Do you really 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay up?
Do it. B counter. Yes! At least I can make it up with the B counter. Damn it, Kaito.
No, I think Kirumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
This is one I was thinking of. Right when I went to go to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. He was in the gym to start off. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. He started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. I remember that, and that's why I was thinking that maybe it started after 10 p.m., because there's a lot of people with alibis up until 10 p.m. He just kept talking, and then finally let me go out around 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour. Well, only the first half hour was a lecture, then we played tag for the other half. Which is also kind of suspicious, but
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
yeah, let's go with that.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes, transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Exactly, just not plausible.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah! You're including me too?
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
One person can be eliminated as a suspect according to Kokichi. He must be talking about the figure he saw that would certainly have an alibi. We need to pin down who that was. The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta's, and Miyu's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be... Well, the only one that makes sense is a Miyu. It's not Kaito and Maki, sadly. I'm sorry, buddy, Kaito. I can't rule you out yet.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
What? Mew?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. Like I thought, she flashed Gonta to keep him from capturing her. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walking around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
Kaito, that's not a proud thing. Do you really want to admit that?
That'd be a whole different issue.
Right.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
Oh, Gonta see Mew. But Gonta's face got red hot, so Gonta could not bring her. Her face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right? In a way. No. She used her, what she call it, secret woman weapon, and then... Oh, meet Mew. She's like, you don't need to know. Oh, well. I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Well, 'cause, I'm
Pretty stacked, so... I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches! Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling.
Oh no.
So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it. I show my panties to the boys all the time. And I mean all the time.
Are you bragging about this?
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Unfortunately.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
We'll put it on our mind shelf, don't you worry.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Yeah, you friggin' bobblehead. Two prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. Yeah, I don't want to either. I want to believe Kaito until he's proven guilty. I will trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
I don't like your ideas, Kokichi. What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right?
It might not be that simple, buddy.
Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is. To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Work harder?
Have the 2 argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And end the cycle, yeah.
And...
Huh?
What?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
You would know.
If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the 2 suspects argue against each other. No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives.
Oh please, not the nightmare fuel face.
An argument that's totally not boring but super fun! We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction.
The second they slip up, we'll get them.
We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works.
I'm pretty sure a certain character from Danganronpa 2 did a similar thing.
Right, Monokuma?
Oh, I didn't even realize I could do this. That's awesome. Change the viewpoints around. I had to sit beside Kokichi.
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
Damn it, don't agree with Monokuma.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
What?
The Cubs pad.
Oh, the culprit stole one of those. Or is it his?
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
It was this freaking bugger.
When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
That's why we couldn't find it. I'm actually kind of salty about that. I thought the killer themselves may have took it, as it might have been a clue.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these two had it?
I actually initially thought that maybe Ryoma had it. And that could have led some things.
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone! Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
A motive video that Roma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's? Well, we had Kaito's at the first. I should know the answer. I'm fairly sure it had to have been Maki's.
That's it!
Like, I initially thought it was maybe neither in itself.
Maki's motive video, right?
Or his own motive video, I mean.
Wow, how did you ever guess?
Okay, we were right then.
Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito.
Damn it, Kokichi.
Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue.
Well, we'll say one thing that's bothering me. Way back when we talked, I talked about how I don't trust Monodam, especially when he said, I will distribute the pads to the proper students. And I didn't trust him. Like, I think initially that he may have distributed them correctly, that each person got their own monopads back, or they were distributed in a different order again. But I could be wrong, and Kokichi could be lying here.
Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that?
Huh.
Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means...
Kaito, wait! Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
But Maki isn't a culprit either!
Oh.
Huh?
What?
Oh, I don't believe she is either. I did think she was suspicious, but... Hey, at least me and Kaito are on the same page. Morphogenic fields, right? That's how he knows.
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
And how can you prove that?
It's just a hunch I've got.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
My hunches are never wrong. Loses all his money.
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
No, he might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot!
A damned idiot!
You guys stop calling Best Boy an idiot.
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
You what?
I believe in the Maki that believes in me.
You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
So, you do not have any evidence?
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Want to believe, Yeah, I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes.
Oh no. Kaede.
However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Thank you, you big beautiful man. Thank you.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings.
It's true. That's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't let your feelings into it. It's absurdity, total absurdity. Then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Kaito's very own absurdity. Oh, why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the... I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? What? Isn't that what you believed in, Kaede? I mean, sure. You might get betrayed in the end, but... if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. So Suichi, I believe in the you that believes in me. Oh, I love his lines. They're just so inspiring. If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings, too. They're so pure. Yeah, it'll work out in the end, so...
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What?
That's our Kaito, right? Making us think with our hearts.
Instead of our brains.
Man, you too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either.
Touché.
I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them? Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspect.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh, tell us what?
Do tell, do tell.
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
What?
With Ryoma? At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
That is actually kind of interesting. It goes back to my initial theory.
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yeah, that's probably not enough to convince everyone.
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
I don't believe so. I think Kokichi's the one lying here. This asshole probably took Ryoma's pad out of Ryoma's room. Like, I initially thought that maybe Ryoma had the pad, and maybe that was what caused him to not have a will to live, as I refuse to believe that someone is able to catch Ryoma so easily and then put cuffs on him and drown him in the sink. That was my initial theory, and I'm sticking to it. Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? We need a lie to get to the truth, just like last time. It's true, we don't have any facts, or have all the facts, but why would Maki say that now, of all times? I trust her innocence. I should believe her statement. But should I? Believe or not to believe is the question. Class trial intermission! Oh, autumn break time. That means it's time for another coffee. Gosh, these trials always make me flip-flop around between my information. Anyways, yeah, so let's save. Can't hurt to save. But watch, if I don't resume this right away, we're probably going to black screen again, meisters. So I'm going to grab that coffee, take a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Now then.
Alright, friends, the meisters is back to more thrills, kills, and chills. Now with caffeine. You gotta have your caffeine for these trials, you do. Anyways, it seems the voting is finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who will be chosen as the blackened? You make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one.
The hell you saying?
Wait a second, what result? Voting term hasn't happened yet, you pitiful excuse for a father. Yeah. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, you're right, silly me. I'm so forgetful. Wow, I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible,
Now then.
Well, anyways, let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to Chapter 3. Oh, Monokuma, I want to see if my suspicions are right. Wait a second, we don't know the culprit yet, you bastard. Yeah, who killed Rantaro? Wait a second, that's the last trial, Okay, whatever, bears. That was the Chapter 1's case. How can you be this forgetful? Me. Gosh darn it. I love those bears. We need more Monokuma. Class trial resume!
Another shocking truth revealed.
Oh my.
Back to square one.
Square one?
The square one?
If square won, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Wow, what does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
Oh my gosh, I love Monosuke's voice actor so much. I just can't do that accent. New Yorker. I can only do it when I say Deutsch Street.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
Does that mean we shouldn't listen to you either?
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Is the biggest liar of them all.
You're one to talk.
Right.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct?
Ryoma did want to see his, so he somehow found out that Maki had it and tried to trade it maybe.
Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive videos?
Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? Well, there's only one person that knew whose motive videos was what. It would have to have been someone who knew who had each Cub pad. There's only one person that knows that. Where are you, you little frickin' liar, you? He looks so angry.
That would be Kokichi.
Cubs pad, gotta catch 'em all. Cubomon. I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Such a genius, aren't I? Now everyone can watch their motive video.
So you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
I don't know, it all seems pretty Maki.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Go blind. Let's put him in the hot seat.
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right?
He's gonna make this hard, isn't he?
If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely.
Fair enough.
Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko said it. She's not wrong.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
Suspicious!
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
I have an idea of what we're gonna have to do here. Is it time for another lie? Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I still believe in Kaito. That means believing in Maki as well. I believe in him that believes in me that believes in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaede did. Oh gosh, stop talking about it. You're gonna make me cry. Yes, we're probably gonna need to lie. What I'm assuming here. I have to at least have one of these lies in these debates, right?
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Oh, that's the wrong thing to shoot.
Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us.
Liar, 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 pants on fire.
Prove your claim. Then it's the same as an outright lie!
I can't say the two of them met now. It's too obvious a lie. So if I can convince him that Maki met up with someone,
I met with Ryoma.
and I have an idea of what we need to do here. So we need to use Maki alone. We need to lie with that and make it mean the opposite meaning, I think, here. On the meeting point. That's what I think. I don't remember it. I think it was Kiwa that said it. I'm not agreeing with
Surely they would have
anyone.
come forward already.
If no one can...
Come on, V counter!
I'll reveal the truth.
Perjury V style. I'm so happy about getting all of these.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Yes.
Oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs.
Rock squats of all things.
When we heard two people talking,
People talking?
we knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
Well, he does talk in a very low voice. That's a believable lie.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked.
Yeah, because you're a nosy maid.
We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
That is a Kaito thing to say. Perfect cover, Kaito. 10 out of 10.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
Thank you, big beautiful man.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that?
Yes, he will, you masochist.
But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
Come on, we're not Ryoma.
That's right. You can believe me.
Wait a second, there was that flashback.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too.
Belief shall set you free.
Free from your worldly desires.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar, especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
Good. He's not fighting us.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
True enough.
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a...
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
No, I skipped over our master's secret catchphrase. Remember, we're her thrall.
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
Man, what a pain. I love that line.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? We already talked about this, and I can see it coming together in my mind. I was filling in the blanks that were my initial theory. My game theory. Anyways, Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And if it couldn't have been the morning after, that leaves between 12 p.m. and 8 a.m.
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
And you're forgetting that the window was open, aren't you, Mew?
Dick cheese?
What an insult. That's one I actually haven't heard since high school.
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
But that doesn't help any. That makes it worse.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone. Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments.
Oh no, Monokuma.
What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again?
Oh, well, it's time for my favorite show, a scrum debate.
Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth, now my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail. I can't fail.
Spiral power engage! The power of the drill is almighty!
I totally love how these just float, though. I can't get over how awesome this looks. Especially with this game's aesthetic, with the paper cutout. During nighttime, the next morning, that's what we're arguing,
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Missed. Okay, I see where that needs to go.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
It is questionable, but I think I know what I need to do here. So it seems like we'll need to use announcement, followed by mist, rules, tank, off-limits, and testimony, basically. Anyways, so Mickey's the only one talking about the announcement. You should focus on the simplest statement first and then argue accordingly.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Yeah, there we go.
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Exactly. She was waiting for the doors to open.
Is it not possible you simply... Himiko!
No.
You were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Exactly. There's two people doing that.
The rules state that you can't.
Kaito!
Yes, they do.
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
Right.
The
We
piranha
living
tank
people.
is too far from the gym's...
I got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
But the pool, not the pool area.
What's off limits, not the pool area itself.
Exactly. Thank you, Maki. Speaking those words of truth.
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
My lie proves it. Okay, let's get ready. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna push you back in one go.
This is our answer.
Time for full counter. Oh, these are so epic. I love them.
You cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by.
Just gonna lob the body through it and go right in.
Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
Mm-hmm.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
Exactly. They wouldn't have had a way to probably get that in the piranha tank positioned properly without breaking or making noise. It would have been too dangerous to do through that window. It would have been too hard to move that over there as well. I already talked about how I think the body was moved there, but anyways, let's move on to the trial.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
I have a solution for that as well.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Exactly. You send them off in a proper burial. The casket into the ground.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know! They used the ladder in the gym!
And we talked about how that's not possible already.
You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off.
No. I think that's a method that's possible because the ladder can't be moved. No, the ladder doesn't reach the window unless it's on that stage.
That's it! The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. the ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage.
Exactly.
Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy.
Then Gonta used his Tard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or
the body could...
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders. I love Gonta's reasoning.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with.
Yeah, you probably would have smashed the thing or knocked it off of its support.
Not have been thrown in. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Or snapping.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
Damn, Kokichi, you're so damn mean to that poor, beautiful man.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a...
Do you have...
Oh, I'm really getting bad skipping this stuff. It's the coffee, you know? It makes it excited. I got Death Wish on today. I don't have a Death Wish. I have a Death Wish for the culprit that killed Best Boy. How dare you kill Ryoma?
Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
Seriously, this coffee is too full caffeine. I wouldn't get it again.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow him all away with the truth.
Yes, I have the information. But my psychic will present it.
You don't know.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right! You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty!
Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks!
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi!
I know. I have to do something, but...
Oh, you know what I thought out about? Oh, you know what? Well, we'll wait. We'll wait and see if the trial lets us present the information. I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it. Am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out...
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body.
Yes, Maki, you're right. 'Cause I believe it was done somewhere else.
Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Perhaps that's true. Perhaps that's true. Certain people.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
You already deduced that much, Gonta. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial. And I did say before, that's where a lot of my things started to come together and the ideas behind my initial theory myself came to fruition in that room, because it kind of just connects a lot of the dots. But anyways.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was... When Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Himikawa under the bridge?
What a good reference. Anyways, if we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Also, we can determine that Rune is a weeb. You disgusting weeb. I'm joking. Anime is the best. Anyways, yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trail's only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Ow! Mean girl. Damn.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
No. Somebody probably would have seen him carried out.
There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
I don't think we have tubs in our room. True.
Toilets? Impossible.
Unimpossible.
Places where water is stored. The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
No.
No, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Yeah, it was a toilet.
You noisy sow.
Oh
Sal!
my god, her Muse Honey face. No. Those lights, just no. That reminds me of Toko's fantasies from another episode. Anyways, the cause of death is a certainty. Ryoma drowned in water. The pool seemed like the obvious answer, but I have my doubts for a very specific reason.
First, let's establish
The pool rules.
He got attacked.
Death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect
enough water. He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Filthy.
Drowned in toilets? Impossible.
Impossible. I love that word.
Places where water is stored. The only place that fits.
Yes! V counter. I had my practice when I played through that first trial a second time to get that blessed thing I missed, the collectible.
Pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime.
Exactly. We have an idea of where it was actually as well.
No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yep, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
You're on the threshold of an amazing
Only
adventure.
after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
I'm facepalming so hard. This is glorious.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Yes.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I think there's some kind of clue. Yeah, he had a giant sink. Let's see if it's in here, though. Scratch sink, there it is.
This is it! The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Did not mean to do that. Oh, I'm not sure if I actually told you, Meisters, but this is one of the things you can put on that you unlock from the Love Suite. It's so glorious. Look at it. So pink and pretty.
Scratch marks on the sink?
Yep.
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
Oh, we're going back to back with this, are we? The scratched handcuffs, yep.
This is it!
To me, it indicates a struggle, so I think something a little more went on between...
Handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Basically, I was just saying, I think something went on between the killer and Ryoma. Something we don't know yet. I'm not sure exactly what, but we'll see, I guess.
Well, yeah. Sort of look like they've been scraped against something.
Mm-hmm. It kind of indicates a struggle, if you ask me.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Please stop. You're gonna make me cry.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
God, even I want to puke. Peachy.
Stop! Please stop!
Yes!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him.
Personally think that something a little different went on, something involving Ryoma's motive video. We've already talked about Ryoma having, or struggling with a reason to live, struggling with that, and he even offered up his body, or at least his life to us at the first trial. So I think that's probably what has to do with it. I'm not sure, we'll see if the trial points it out, but I'm thinking that's what happened maybe.
Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
True. But then afterwards they could have had a falling out, and that's where the struggle took place. Just maybe. Maybe. That or he was tricked in some way. But I think the first one's more probable in my mind, at least. Anyways.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
Am I right? Is that what Kokichi's about to say?
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed.
Oh.
Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right?
Sumugi. 10 out of 10, just marry me already.
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
Called it.
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
A shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym that the culprit used. And I also talked about this one. This was part of my theory as well. I believe it was the window.
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We actually learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. Determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found. I have to figure it out to get from the 3rd floor, or have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then. I analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. I kind of had like a vague... Ooh, we're gonna... Finally, Psychic Taxi. I actually love hitting hookers. I mean, you didn't hear that from me. But we actually played this in the demo version of the game, and I was wondering when they were going to put it into play, because I loved it. Who doesn't love driving around in a car and picking up ladies? Anyways, when you have to deduce how things are connected, Psychic Taxi will start. Psyche. Anyways, the object of this mode is to gather the letter cube laying around to form the question. Use the X button to accelerate and the L stick to move left and right. By picking up letter cubes or cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head towards the X square that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Or do they shoot you? Also, there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you will take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use R1 to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive safely. Thank you muchly and enjoy the ride. Okay, Announcer Chan. Please respond at your earliest convenience. What? Okay, 4th wall. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. We're ready. No. Oh, wait. How do we speed up again? Right, X. It's been a while. A. Grab this other one right here. Give me that. I'm gonna get all of these letters. None can escape me. Oh, we're going really fast. Maybe we should slow down a bit before we have a car accident. That'd be despair-inducing, wouldn't it? We're doing good. This kind of reminds me of a 64 game. I don't remember the name of it, but you would play as these different cards in these different areas. There's one with all these palm trees. It's bothering me so much that I can't remember the 64 game's name. The body was brought from where? Here's the question. Oh, am I not going to be able to turn? Okay, thinking time. Put the thinking cap on. Lab window. Lab door, no. I actually believe it was a lab window, if I am to be correct here. Get my car. Yes. That's what our theory points out, at least. Oh, I have to collect the letters again, right? Or are we correct? Am I wrong? No? Perfect. Nothing bad happened. Oh my god, there's a lot of letters actually right here. We can get it. We can do it. Just gotta focus. Oh my gosh, that's actually awesome. I love that. Being able to just go slow-mo and then drift around. That's perfect. We got this. Wait, is that Anji Unaga right there on the side? Yeah, that is Anji just posing. Just chilling. Come on, get the letters. We can do this. We are expert driver extraordinaire. We are the ultimate car driver and escort. I just like grab one of these and ignore the others. Again, that's interesting. The body was brought to the gym from where? Where? To the gym from where? Well, that is a good question. Our whole theory was that they used the lab window to transport the body to the gym window with the ropes, which was actually what my initial one was. So let's go and hit this hooker, and we should be right, I hope. Yep. Perfect. Good. All right. Fantastic. We have one more, right? Yeah, one more question. There are these things on the side. Can I hit them? Oh, no, don't hit the wall. Okay. I learned my lesson. I won't do it. I just figured, you know, since we can hit everything else, maybe we'd be able to hit some other things. Oh, and here comes the cars. We haven't seen any this whole trip, but now we have. Come on, you can do it. Rooney, you're good, right? You don't have to hit the cars. No, I missed one of the blocks. I'm actually sad now. Don't get in my way. We need these letters, and you won't stop us. No, 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 no. Get it. Ah! We just missed a bunch of them. That did not work out the way I wanted it to. Slow-mo, why you doing me like this? What I'm kind of curious is... Oh, you missed another one. I'm kind of curious if we can actually not get all the letters and then have a tough time. Wait, is that a Monokuma? Get in my car, Monokuma. You're not getting up past me this time. You snuck past me in the freaking Handmaid's Gambit, but you're not doing it again. How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Wow. Talked about this as well. Thinking time. Thinking cap on, Maroon. Thinking cap on. Which one was it? From window to window or via the pool? Well, it makes more sense that it'd be window from window, especially from the scratch marks on said windows. Body was brought from where? Lab window. The body was brought to the gym from where? Gym window. How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window from window to window? Feels good. I love how this works. And it steers really nicely.
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
No! They're not like 3 Goentas in 1.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
They like to bring up baseballs, and that makes me cry.
I don't believe he was thrown, but perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the 2 windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows, I believe, was found near the body. I do as well. There was actually a few pieces of equipment. This one was kind of strange. That was the rope itself.
There!
What I was thinking is, how would they connect or get back up to that window once they were out?
Found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
I think that's exactly right, because we talked about them having to get back up to that window somehow. We talked about the ledge, which I think is pretty nonsensical. It is a small ledge. But if they just tied that window, or tied that rope to the window and draped it over, that could definitely be a way.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
What mysterious mystery?
During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
Right, and he's angry, so he's sleeping, right?
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope! That's how they bridged the distance between both windows!
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows...
According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet.
And considering the window is directly above the pool, it should certainly reach.
Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Heyo!
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Exactly, that's the thing I was hung up on earlier. Basically what I was thinking is they tied the one rope to the end of the pool, draped it over, like to the side that goes to the gym, draped it over, and they took that iron rope we found and tied it to the window up there and then draped it over again. That would allow them to go grab the other rope's end, go across the pool, and then climb up the other one to secure it, and then they could climb across that rope to then do the exact same thing for the steel rope. And that would explain the marks on the window bars. That's what was bothering me so much, because they had to have used it. Because I initially thought it was just that first rope we found.
Another rope. There was only one though.
Nope.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
Impossible. I'm gonna use that word every time instead of impossible now. No, I'm sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as a rope. Yes, let's see if we can find it. Can we find it? What was it called again? It was something with the tennis net, I think. Yep, tennis net cable. There it is.
This is it!
I called it a metal rope, but close enough, right?
The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope. How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side.
I see, so that's exactly what I was thinking then.
And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow! That's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
I guess they could do that. I just thought they had 2 ropes hanging from each window, because each would probably be long enough. Huh.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
No. You're right.
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
What?
But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
We get it. Just tell us already.
Oh, Mew.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Oh, stop talking like that, Kokichi. She likes it.
Tarzan?
Tarzan.
But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
Yeah, I love how she was so upset about that. Tarzan, what are you on about?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Whatever. You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly in the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would have not been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to move the body in the tank carefully, meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? What we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. So this is what I was talking about in my initial theory. Gonta's doesn't make sense because there's scratch marks on both sides of the window, and I don't believe a normal rope would leave that sort of mark on it. The iron rope certainly could because it's a nice, coarse, rough rope that would definitely do so. So that's what's kind of was confusing me with the Gonta's whole analogy about tying the ropes together. And somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the windows themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what would that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
Saviors of the class.
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you. So I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I'll solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. The truth of Husbando's death. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Come on, think. We also talked about this as well. I love how accurate, or at least how close I am. A few things are a little different than what I thought. Okay. It has to be the rope. Or no, not the rope. What am I saying? The rubber inner tube. That's what we were talking about earlier. Oh gosh, I kind of ignored this. I wasn't looking at the screen. I was just kind of talking to myself and ignoring things. So I need to get rubber, I believe, is what we need. So rubber. Where's the U? It doesn't make sense. There is no use. And is it rope way? Is that what it means? Rope? Like a way made of rope, maybe? It's too long to be rope. Yeah, I think I'm right here. And where's the W? Let's see if we have an A here. Y effect, come on. Where's my Y? There we go, rope way. Either rubber inner tube or we're talking about the rope. That makes sense if they use two ropes. Anyways.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something?
No.
You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
Yes, we do. That was the rubber inner tube. Oh, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. And scenes where you have to deduce an image mind will begin. Oh, it's back. Okay. Mind. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the left stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the X button. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. Oh gosh, this is gonna go well, I see. When all the pieces on top of an object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. And if there's just one piece left, you can press the X button repeatedly to break it. But this will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash. Can't do that, man. Might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. Thank you muchly for understanding. Now get out there, Shuichi. Pats on butt. Thank you, Announcer-chan. Thank you. Now let's get rid of this one. These. That's a lot. I don't think that's what we're looking for, though. Is it hiding over here? It is. Wonderful for me. Darn it. I did not predict this right. Oh, I could have done this so much better. That is actually kind of saddening. Okay, well, we'll have to do that. This. Oh, I did not need to break that one, but here. We did it. The rubber inner tube.
I see it.
Like, those things are strong. You'd be surprised how strong these things are. I used to have one hanging from like a tree.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
I explained the rope out as well connected to the damn tube.
And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym.
I still think it was the metal rope that was used. Like, I don't believe that rope would have been strong enough to support two people, especially how thin it looked. But anyways, I guess this works.
Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
And what a thing.
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
You got caught, Monosuke.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
I like that analogy.
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh! Daddy's mad at you now!
Yeah?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Oh, am I wrong? Is he not going to kill Monosuke? Is he actually going to kill Monotaro?
Monodam's right!
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? Some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Well, yeah.
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway.
Yeah, but what made me think about this is maybe that's how the actual inner tube ended up in the pool, and since it was in the pool, they wouldn't have been able to grab it out of the pool either.
Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left in the pool is obvious. It was nighttime.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low.
Ridiculously so.
Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope. The steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Now, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway.
Yeah, I initially thought it was a zip line, so when they used the ropeway word in the Hangman's Gambit 3.0, it threw me off a bit.
Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close, we're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Every time Tsumugi says Shuichi, I think Sweetichi now. Damn it. Yes, I have a good idea of who the culprit is. I have to be fucking right. The thing is, I'm not so mad. Like, I'm not sad that this culprit is the culprit. What I'm sad about is that Ryoma died, and the fact that they killed him. Like, I fucking I'm so mad about
Hey,
that.
Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. The suspect also had to have access to the window, and what suspect made the curtains and hung them there? Giving them the perfect time and alibi to do so. And that was all part of my initial theory on who I thought it was. A certain cleaning lady. And I can't even say I'm that sad. I don't really even like this character.
It has to be you.
Like, it's sad because we're killing the group's mom by doing this.
One more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Exactly. But this is so sad for everyone else because they all thought of her as her mom. She did all these great things for them, but I can't say I'm sad this time around. My eyes aren't sweating.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me.
Why?
If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
No, we'll make sure we make the right one, and that's accusing you.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
I still don't like the fact that we have to prove them wrong. It's them or us. It's them or us.
Of course, and not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
For nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit. Do
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Also true.
That could have been done by anyone.
Really now?
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
Gonta would break it with sheer body weight. To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere, I just have to stay calm and find it. And not everyone would have the wit to do that. That's an obvious hole in her story.
Do you? For nighttime? I think most of us do not have one.
I have evidence. Culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done.
Duet? What? Oh, I used the wrong one. What am I doing? I didn't change it. It was alibis for yesterday, I believe, was the one I did. What am I doing? My skill is too open to interpretation to be evidence of anything in this debate. I made a mistake. I need to think all over again. Damn it! I made a careless one too. I thought I had it on alibis for yesterday, but I didn't change it.
Crime was committed at... Do you?
All right. Well, we'll get it this time.
I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
I thought I hit the button to change it, but I didn't. I'm actually kind of salty.
Enough to pull it off.
That could have been
done by any.
Which I believe is not the truth. V counter that.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi.
She had the time to do so, she had access to the window for extended periods of time, and she has the wit to do so, I believe so as well.
Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
I don't believe that's, I think that's a bit of a lie as well.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
Certainly could have, but I think she was in there a little longer myself. 5 minutes sounds like a bit of a stretch.
This is my selfless devotion.
Selfless devotion? Oh, you're arguing with us, hmm?
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Nihilism? Please. I'm gonna rebuttal you right back where you came from, Kirumi. For yesterday, marked window frame, black piece of fabric.
I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
Oh gosh, things are getting more tricky. Damn it, I didn't realize I had to double hit that. Very compelling, Kirumi. I expected nothing less. But I won't back down.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
No.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
There's a lot of information.
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope...
Oh. Let that slip by me.
It is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this. In other words, it is just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess.
Oh, what? No.
It is nothing
Okay.
more than deception.
We almost had some trouble there. This is a conclusion we reached together. It is not just a guess. There's a lot of information, but one we haven't used is, I believe, the black fabric, and maybe that's where we need to use it, is here. Because there's also that information as well. I have evidence on my side, and I'll show it to her.
I am referring to the rope.
It's the only one that makes sense, at least.
Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
No evidence, Come on, no, I wanna V-counter it.
In other words, it is
Damn it!
just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess.
This is not working the way I want it to. Okay, now we're having trouble. This is a conclusion we've reached together. It's not just a guess. I have evidence on my side to show her.
Referring to the rope.
Why is this so annoying? It just
Now,
won't go the way I want it to.
It is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate
this would help. Come on, let me... Why?
In other words,
I can't get a V-counter on it. It's not letting me.
And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess.
My salt is now flowing.
It is nothing more than deception.
You're here. Can I pause this and look at the things again?
Referring to the rope.
No? There we go. Okay, move blade is L. Select truth blade. Cut push back. Fast forward. Confirm truth blade. Truth blade cut. Truth blade cylinder. Concentrate controls. That does nothing. Lock will activate, reversal. Okay, let's try this again.
It is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this.
Oh, I missed it. Well, we're not getting a V counter on that then. That is very disappointing. So I had to freeze time and cut it as it was sliding out.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage.
Exactly.
The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey!
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone.
For everyone.
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them.
Oh, come on.
So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Is she talking about us, or is she talking about somebody other than us? That's what I'm wondering here. What? Where is this coming from? Response seems genuine. So, what did she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Thank you, Kaito, for asking her. I don't know why Shuichi didn't just do that. Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
That face confirms it.
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
That could definitely be a reason for her to start killing like this.
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Sure.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together.
What?
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else.
Oh, Tenko, it doesn't make sense if it's someone else.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
Yes, unfortunately.
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
Certainly possible.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
We can't. They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. It's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit?
Yes.
But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit.
It's to do with a black fabric. On top of the other things I said that weren't really brought up, but hey.
I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Excuse me? We don't listen to others? I'm pretty sure we listened to Maki and confirmed hers, but hey, whatever.
You can't save anyone!
No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right, especially with that reaction. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
It was left in the pool.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym, but how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Oh, that would have hurt so bad, too.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Exactly, the friction would have ripped her glove. That's what makes the most sense. Oh my god, that is beautiful armor. Oh my gosh, oh, then you have to release it. Okay, this is new.
That is just your
Uh-oh, no. No, game, why? Don't do these whole things.
Everyone.
I am not in beat today.
What is this?
Okay, we're starting to get a hold of this. Come on, we're doing it.
That is just your empty deduction.
Beat.
You continue to confuse everyone.
Do.
You are incorrect. What is this truth?
My truth. The only truth.
That is just your empty deduction.
No, it's a truth we reached out for.
In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake.
Beat up.
Because of your self-righteous truth.
Oh gosh, it was a hold at the end. You thought it was a press? No, it was a hold all along.
Everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth.
Well, that was a circle.
Might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake.
I was coming off.
Understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to.
What is this thing? Oh,
you don't have any evidence.
You cheater!
You are only providing
You're blocking my view now.
I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere?
Because I will.
I completely understand.
Reach out for the truth to prove us right.
But I will.
Oh, I can still miss in this mode. Oh darn it!
You wish to pin me as the culprit.
God damn it! This thing is getting in the way.
What does that piece of trash prove?
He ruined Mi's gloves.
It ends here.
Okay, good. I got it right. Oh jeez. That's a scene I didn't want to see.
Fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction
And it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi.
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed, but Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. Face the truth, and I doubted it and kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me. I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Reach out for the truth. Closing argument. It's time. It's time for the comic strips, which are amazing, might I add. I at least think so. So what do we have here? So we have friction on the glove. We have hand-caught victim, and piranhas swarmed in the tank. I see. Where was the body carried to? And that's a good question, actually. Hitting the brakes was tougher than expected. Oh, look, that's the glove. Where is it? Oh, I had it. There we go. Friction on the glove. Okay, what was unlocked? It was window frame and rope. Body was carried to... No, we don't need that. To transfer the body on the ropeway. Where's the body, or what was taken from the pool? The rubber inner tube? That makes sense. Do we unlock anything? No? Fine. Okay, game. Where the murder? What was put on the victim's wrists? Handcuffs? Just the wording still throw me off here sometimes. The wording just confused me a bit. Where in the gym was a rope tied? Oh, we know that one. Oh, what did we unlock? Okay, we got piranha tank lid. Gym's a window frame and rope. That's how it was done. Well, handcuffs in the water. The thin and long item the culprit took from the gym is... piranha tank lid. What? No, that is wrong. What was used as a partition to the piranha tank? The lid. Thin and long item that the culprit carried was the rope. That was a derp moment for me. Now we have the piranhas swarming in the tank. Evidence made of metal that the piranhas did not eat. The handcuffs. We have one last section to fill in. Or two, actually. We use the inner tube. Our last piece of evidence should be this. Piranhas swarm in the tank.
This is the truth of the case! The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab.
Where they killed Best Boy?
All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the...
Whoopsie.
They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame.
Oh, that is actually really annoying. You can't do the playback thing when you're in this mode.
And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool.
That's what I thought.
Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
Complete.
Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi...
Like I said earlier, I want to see the person who killed Ryoma suffer because of how much I liked him. And every time, no matter how much they deserve it for what they did, they always have their reasons for doing it, and I always feel bad for them at the end. Can't help it, it's the type of person I am.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available.
That way she wouldn't have been incriminated herself.
Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
But we don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Yes, it's totally Coyote. Coyote back from the grave. She's done it again. She's killed someone. God, I'm gonna cry. But no, it's very obviously Kurumi. Fairly sure on that from the beginning.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
The result. Then wait for the countdown to her, for our mommy. Our mommy! As Kokichi would say, to be murdered. The waiting's always the worst. Wait, Shuichi, was it her that voted me? Was it actually her?
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I like how it shows us the result and then shows us it again.
All rise, class trial has ended.
We did good. We lost 200 points though. Because I had some misses. That's saddening. But we're perfect. We did perfect. We didn't have to retry once. That goddamn cutting scene was so annoying though.
Oh my!
Oh my! You all voted correctly on an unexpected and unpredictable outcome. The blackened who killed Ryoma Hoshi is Kurumi Dojo, the ultimate maid.
Yay!
Bravo!
Bravo.
Thank goodness.
Oh, thank goodness we managed to get through the class trial again.
You gotta be kidding me!
There's nothing good about this at all. Why? Why did it have to be Kurumi? She's not a degenerate male. Really, this result was unexpected.
How can you be so calm about it?
No way.
But Quanto cannot believe it. Kurumi was so helpful for everyone. Same Kurumi is also culprit.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, how long have you been lying to us?
The truth is
that why you took such good care of us? So you could deceive everyone? You mean she's not my mom?
Hey!
She was never your frickin' mom.
Damn it.
Hey, Kurumi, tell me, why? You're always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone?
Humans have always been selfish, self-centered creatures.
That's why I hate humans. They burn down the forests we call home. They pollute the rivers we drink from. I'll never forgive them.
no way!
But is that really a reason to destroy them? Some humans are really nice.
Shut up!
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Enough with the commentary already.
Say,
Well, Kurumi, are your feelings towards us simply another falsehood?
How?
No, it can't be. Say it ain't so, Mommy. That was just another lie, too.
No.
I don't think so. I still believe Kurumi cares about us.
What?
And how would you know that? I can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial's been agonizing for her. Yeah. Between us and the people in the outside world, by the sound of it. Maybe from her motive video. You can't say for certain, That is why what a detective would say. Kurumi, are you upset? Because of the people important to you?
You mean like from the motive video? So Kurumi watched hers after all?
Earlier, Kurumi mentioned that she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from an important someone in her motive video.
What's wrong?
Do you have nothing to say for yourself?
I do not agree.
No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you will regret what you've just done. Regret?
Damn.
Spit it out already. Otherwise, we can't accept this outcome.
Please!
Please, Kurumi, tell us. I care about you a lot, and I know others care about you too. So please.
Understood.
Very well, then if you are all so desperate to know,
I shall take that request.
I will consider this as a final request and tell you everything. No more lies then. You better just tell us the truth, please, and thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
That is correct.
Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw at my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch a video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, fess up. Which one of you did it? Close your eyes and raise your hands if it was
What
you.
are you saying?
Why would anyone raise their hands? Or raising their hand need to close their eyes in the air?
May I?
That won't be necessary. I did not trade my motive video with anyone. Huh. If you didn't trade with anyone, how did you see your motive video? Was it Monodam? Was I right?
hey,
Perhaps Kurumi received her own motive video. Huh? You mean she had her own motive video from the very start?
Yes.
Correct. No one had my motive video but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why.
What the fuck's going on?
Oh, that harkens back to when I was saying they purposely mixed these up. They purposely did this to try to agitate a killing. Oh. That's not possible. Monokuma, what the hell's going on?
You know, I meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. Let's talk about videos being switched. What does that mean exactly?
Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos.
No.
No, I didn't.
Huh?
Oh! Was I not supposed to ask that? Did you come screw up again?
Huh? Not supposed to.
Dumbass!
It's all Monofani's fault. She passed them out without checking the names.
What? I didn't know. Monotaro should have checked the names too.
Wait a minute. I don't even remember passing out any videos. Oh my god, that is a lie. It was my fault. What?
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I should have been more careful.
No, Monodam, it's not your fault.
Okay.
It's all our fault. I'm sorry too.
Ah, it seems I misunderstood. I completely forgot that the plan all along was to redistribute the videos.
Daddy!
Daddy!
Hey,
It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting. Father!
Thank goodness. What the hell is this mushy feel-good crap?
You stupid!
You're all idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears. Me.
Well now.
I'm sorry to cause you so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation.
I see.
Oh! Rude.
I see the Monocubs merely distribute the motive videos at random. Receiving my own video is nothing more than bad luck.
Oh, I see.
So, you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you? What was in your video?
What's wrong?
Well, you promised to tell us everything.
Yes.
I will tell you the truth in its entirety, but I doubt that anyone will believe it.
So,
If that's the case, why don't we all just watch the motive video together?
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be much better. Let's hurry before Daddy gets spoiled again.
How thorough of you, yet I suppose it is better this way. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes. After Kurumi had spoken, the Monocubs began playing the video. Kurumi Tojo's motive video.
all right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to make this country great again and transferred all his authority to her.
Make America great again.
No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country. And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life.
So she was sacrificing us for the greater many. Sacrifice the few for the wellness of the many.
Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
That's just mean. Wow.
Huh?
It can't be.
What?
Oh, what the hell, the Prime Minister?
Yes.
Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video. Remembered?
Wait!
Please, hold on. Is that video is true?
What is this?
That's ridiculous. There's no way Kurumi's really the Prime Minister.
I do not agree.
No, it's the truth. I, Kurumi Tojo, the ultimate maid and the most important people to me,
This is my selfless
are the
devotion.
citizens of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past, but he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
You're literally confusing the shite out of me, because that makes no sense. I gotta take a derm.
I see.
I see. So Kurumi was the real Prime Minister, running the country behind the scenes. How can you seriously believe that? A high schooler could be a Prime Minister?
You really don't get
I don't think it's odd that an ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talent lets him pretend to be human, even though he's a heartless robot.
How rude!
How rude. I am not pretending, I am still learning.
I see.
I see. Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kurumi's impressive talents, but a Prime Minister?
What?
Then Kurumi really is Prime Minister? She holds the burden of country's future.
Actually,
What a video said, Kurumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, I get that Kurumi is really important, but what was that unprecedented crisis? What was it?
I do not know.
I do not know exactly. Why can't I remember? If our memory's lost...
That's...
Wait. Isn't this just like the ultimate hunt?
That is correct.
Perhaps it is connected now, or connected to the ultimate hunt. The ultimate hunt is connected to the unprecedented crisis facing the nation. If that's true, how are they connected? What is this ultimate hunt anyways?
I do not know.
I do not know what is happening to the nation while I am here inside the end wall. That is why I needed to know. I needed to know what the most important people in my life were safe.
This is my selfless devotion.
I am duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation.
My apologies.
That's why I needed to escape.
If so...
So, you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation.
But if those are the options, of course you'd pick everyone outside, right? That's just too many lives at stake out there.
And we just stopped Kurumi from doing that. Basically, we selfishly wanted to live. What should we do? Did we just make a terrible mistake? If everyone outside dies because of Kurumi, it's dead.
Why?
Doesn't that mean we're pretty much destroyed the country? What do we do?
Wait!
Say, what's Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? You know, like, how many people live in this country? Like 100 million easily.
Always messing around.
No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way they could really.
Bears do not lie.
Bears do not lie.
Hey,
I'm the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power.
Huh?
Nothing is beyond your power. What kind of arrogant, ridiculous.
100%.
That is 100% a lie. It is impossible that he could bring disaster to our country. Oh god, they don't know Monokuma.
What are you trying to pull?
What's so funny?
You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyways. If you can't believe it, then you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animal that tells lies?
Shut up!
Hey, cut it out. This is serious.
How long are you gonna keep talking about Kurumi? Let's talk about Ryoma. It would be a shame to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
That's right. We know your motive to kill, but why did you kill Ryoma specifically? Because he was easy to kill.
Huh?
Easy to kill.
Weird!
Ryoma not that weak. When he used the Shukichi method, even Gordo could not catch.
I do not agree.
His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have a reason to live.
Do you agree?
His mental strength. And that's what I pointed out earlier, so I was right. That's part of it, but... Jeez. Without that, he became the weakest among us. What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. What do you mean? I told him I had urgent matters to discuss, and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There, I revealed my motive video, and afterwards I told him,
Correct.
I am responsible for the life of every citizen of this nation, so I must escape this place. He then responded,
Got it.
So, you've got a reason to survive. That's a complete opposite of me. That's good.
Or...
If you've got a reason to live for, it means your life has value. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls lying around.
And then he turned his back toward me.
Oh, Ryoma, you did it on purpose.
At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew he forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
Ryoma. I was hoping we gave you a reason to live, but we hadn't succeeded yet. Well, you gave your life. That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people.
Then...
And Ryoma knew he was going to get killed.
But...
Wait a minute, it's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided he didn't want to live anymore, right? What?
Because?
Well, they gave up on life after you showed him his motive video. Well, since you didn't want it, or watch his motive video, I guess he had no way of knowing.
What are you talking about?
What's your point?
Wait!
Wait a minute, you're talking as if Ryoma saw the motive video. Didn't you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Did I say that? What are you getting at?
Well, you know.
I probably shouldn't say anything, but someone had to step up and speak for poor Ryoma.
I told you.
Again, what's your point? That he gave up on life because I showed him his motive video? I'll get to that in a sec. Why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? Because he was looking for a reason to live. Isn't that right, Maki?
Why?
How do you know that?
What?
Swap motive videos? Didn't we agree not to show them to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Because once you watch him, you got a motive to kill. But if it shows someone important to me, I'd really like to see that.
Hey.
Any idea who will be in the video?
No.
I don't. That's why I want to see it. Once I know I've got someone important to me, I'll have a reason to live.
Jeez.
If I've got a reason to live, and I've got a reason to escape here with you guys. In other words, that video might just give me a motive to live.
Please.
So please.
Oh.
That's true.
You're right, he was looking for a reason to live.
Well, you know.
Which means he shouldn't have shown him his motive video in the first place. What do you mean? What did his video show? Nothing, his motive was empty. Empty?
Okie dokie.
Oh, we're up next. Let's give it a watch, shall we?
All right! Back. Who's the most important? This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you.
Meisters, if you didn't see the video where we did the rest of Ryoma's social link, he talked about his girlfriend being dead, killed by the mafia. He talked about, oh my gosh, he also talked about his family as well. So horrible, and that makes sense that his video wouldn't give him anything to hope for in the world.
I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry.
No one was important to him?
Always messing around.
That's what he was shown. If he saw something like that. He had none to care for, and none who cared for him. He had no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kurumi claim his life.
I see.
So that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to meet with me.
It can't be. He just gave up then?
Damn.
The hell with that damned moron.
But...
It's bad to have no reason to live, it is. But it's also bad to have too many reasons to live as well.
Because...
That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kurumi? For too many reasons. Too many, I say.
Yes.
You were free to judge me for killing Ryoma. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people.
For everyone.
Because that is what it means to serve with selfish devotion, or selfless. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and elderly.
My apologies.
I wanted to live. Kurumi. So ironic. That devotion is what's leading to her death. Monokuma, going to have a question.
You need something?
Oh, what is it?
Hey!
Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kurumi?
Huh?
It doesn't work like that, Gonta. Oh. What? Gonta not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone's saying. Kurumi should live, not Gonta. World needs Kurumi more. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to die, but Kurumi's life is way more valuable than mine.
Kurumi's got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right?
Unfortunately.
Logically, Kurumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would. Jeez, maybe it would have been better if we'd gotten the culprit wrong, yeah.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, man.
If Kurumi survives, then the nation's future will be secure. Well, might be better, but we can't guarantee it would be secure. Then what was the point of me doing all this? Why did I reveal the truth? What have I done? Was I wrong? I shouldn't have.
Shuichi!
What kind of face is that, Shuichi? If you're my sidekick, then suck it up.
Huh?
What?
Hey!
That goes for you all. To hell with all this value of a life crap.
All right!
Life's not just some thing. You can't trade it or put a price on it. Kaito,
Listen up.
your life doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, and even your neighbors.
I mean...
It's not something you can just decide to throw away on your own.
Don't worry about it.
But we didn't do anything wrong. Life's purpose is to be lived. As long as you stay alive, anything's possible. You can even go to the stars.
Of course!
So I just want to go ahead and say it. I want to live. I haven't even traveled to space yet. There's no way in hell I'm gonna die here.
Jeez.
That idiot's talking again.
But he's right. I mean, you're right too. He is an idiot, but he's right.
So divine.
Yep. He's not too a damned idiot.
I don't know why, but idiots always fill me with inspiration.
Shut up!
Hey, shut up! I told you to stop calling me an idiot.
But
Maybe his stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kirby certainly looks shaken by it. Huh? Shaken?
because
You really think that someone as desperate to live as Kurumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up even now. Ah, nightmare face. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place.
Huh?
What?
But
Monokuma would never allow Blackened to escape punishments, so maybe. She wanted everyone to rebel so she could use that as a cover to escape on her own. How about it, Kurumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I have ever met. You knew exactly what I would attempt, yet you allowed me to explain anyway. Wait, what he said was true?
You mean...
You try to trick Gwanda, you try to trick everyone.
Really?
Seriously? You backstabbing beep? I am not saying that word. That is a bad, bad word.
Cut it out.
Enough! She was trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that.
That is correct.
That's right. I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation.
You must live.
So no matter what, I cannot die. That is why I killed Ryoma. Even now I refuse to give up.
Huh?
Kurumi,
I see.
you still refuse to give up, So what do you intend to do? What?
You must live.
I intend to live. I must survive no matter what it takes. I must debase myself, so be it. I would drink filth and eat carrion to survive.
I will survive!
I will do anything to survive. He screamed and started running. Oh my god. Run! Jesus, that scream is bone-chilling. Run, Kurumi. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was a completely undignified exit.
I have to escape. I won't die here!
Wow! That's the last thing I expected, but hey.
There's no way I'm letting you out of here.
It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run!
damn it!
Run, Kurumi!
Please run!
Hurry!
Run, please hurry! Hurry, run!
Hey,
Like I said, I'm not letting you leave.
Where's she gonna run? There's an elevator that's probably locked. Jeez.
Please run!
I will live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
For my nation. For my people.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh god. What sick twist do you have for us this time?
I will not die!
Oh my god, I have goosebumps. And dude, that artwork right there looks absolutely stunning despite how bad the situation is.
You can't escape.
Monaco was just chasing her down. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, this reminds me of an old story. Holy shit! 1,000 cuts of death. And she looks up to hope, the light that she's reaching for. That's fucking twisted. What? No! Why? People die when they're dropped from 100 miles in the air, damn it! Me! Another assassination complete.
Really?
Why, Monodam? Why did you kill Monosuke? Oh!
It's okay.
Oh my god, there's so many crazy things about this. If you need to vomit, let it all out. You will feel much better afterwards. But that whole execution is just brutal. I'm seeing two things that really bother me here. One is it reminds me of a certain tale called The Spider's Thread. The second is the chapter's title itself. A thin line divides heaven and hell. Could it be referencing the rope? The thin rope with the thorns that she climbed to escape? Freaking horrible. Oh. Monosuke was no different from Monokid, who was getting in the way of us getting along. We don't need him. Don't need him?
Let's get along.
We few remaining Monokubs must get along. No matter what, we must always get along. Not even Father can stop us from getting along. Not if he knows what is good for him. Oh my god, you're threatening Monokuma too? Ah! This academy belongs to us. The age of the Moon Monokubs begins now. Oh,
how dare you take that rebellious tone with me, young man? And yet, this angsty attitude of yours, it's just so cute. It's so cute how your little crew has shrunk by one member. Yep, shrunk. You're not getting any larger, you know. It's so unbearably cute. This cuteness makes me feel like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, little bitch!
What? Did he just explode? From cuteness? Who are you calling an ugly biatch?
Stop it!
It doesn't matter. Now's not the time for that.
Kurumi! I can't take this anymore. Even Kurumi was killed so brutally. I don't want to do this anymore. Am I gonna end up like that too, Nia?
I'll protect you.
I won't let that happen, Himiko. I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Please, let's just stop the killing game. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever.
Come on, come on.
Oh. Isn't that what Atua said it is?
Cause Atua says so.
All desire, even your desire to escape this place, can corrupt you beyond redemption. He did. It's Monokuma who is corrupt. He is the one who distributed the motive videos.
See, yes.
Those videos were more dangerous than we thought. We've driven Kurumi out of our...
That's true.
What worries me is as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false.
Okay.
That must be why Kurumi did not want to show the motive or show the videos. She thought if everyone else... She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage that she did, this killing him would be pure chaos. She wanted to stop it.
Hey!
If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other.
Of course.
That was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course.
However...
I had assumed Kokichi would try to show us their videos. Get under our skin. But that did not come to pass. What, I wonder, was intentions? I never think about... I never do anything like that. I'm still thinking about what Kurumi said. What Kurumi said? Well, maybe the advantage would be is if we knew everyone's motive videos and everyone's motives, it would make it much harder to carry out or act upon. We would have guarded Ryoma more closely. Everything you just said or saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching the video.
That's...
She said earlier, or she said what she said earlier, correct? What about it? She said that she remembered and it didn't sound like a lie either. Maybe the video had the properties of a flashback light. If it made her remember, it did. The properties of a flashback light? Still, how could Kurumi remember something that she should have forgotten? Or never should have forgotten. Serving the entire nation seemed too important for her to just forget. That's true. Does that mean we have motives to kill? That we'll remember by watching our videos? If that's the case, maybe it's for the best that we don't watch the videos. As long as we don't see the videos, we won't know our motives.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm convinced it's probably for the best. Those motive videos would mess us up. It's better if we just believe in each other. That's right, it's best for us not to remember our motives for everyone's sake. Dear. You speak of everyone's sake. The least believable lie I've heard yet.
That's so mean.
How rude, I'm always doing stuff for everyone's sake.
It's a lie.
I'm sure you won't believe me when I say stuff like that, so I'll just keep lying. But maybe seeing Kurumi's final moments has made me change my views a little. She tried to escape until the very end, running away to live. Might not be a bad idea.
You're right.
Maybe facing the truth isn't enough. Yeah, true. It's okay to run sometimes, but you just gotta win in the end. That's all you gotta do. Oh, Kaito, not those words. Because, Kaito, if you keep talking like that, I can't help but feel bad for Kurumi. And I told myself my eyes wouldn't sweat for her, but they might just sweat for Ryoma. Like, I was thinking that maybe he forfeited his life. Maybe he saw that pad and he had no reason to live after seeing it. I can't believe I was right. I'm so sad about that. If my eyes don't sweat this day for Kurumi, they definitely will for Ryoma. Now, Meisters, that whole execution scene was brutal. Like, the fact that I'm pretty sure that's referencing a short story called The Spider's Thread. If you haven't seen it, read it. It's a wonderful read. And I even would go as far as saying the chapter title itself is a reference to the execution, which is just brutal. Which is just brutal, Meisters. Alrighty then, Meisters, I think that is where we shall leave it off for today. As always, Meisters, leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, more specifically the trial and the execution itself. I love to hear from you guys. And if you've yet to do so, leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, and maybe even put it on your favorites list. All these actions do help me out. And if you have yet to, subscribe to the Academy and join for more videos just like this one in the future. You can do so by hitting that red subscription button. Make sure you smack the bell beside it as well. That way you are notified when my videos go up, as YouTube can be screwy, Meisters. Anyhow, we will see you next time on more Dangan sadness. Like, I told you, Meisters, my eyes wouldn't sweat for Kurumi, but with Ryoma being involved and what Kaito's saying, if he keeps talking like that, it might just happen. Anyhow, Meisters, peace out.